Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, without you guys, this does not work, man. Man, you don't know how good it feels to be able to do this live streams on Monday and Friday nights. It is really, it's fun. It's fun because you got the Stinking Giant fan, and you got Cruisin' who's there. You had my cousin Daniel's up in there. Of course, all my Cowboy faithful. We got Eagle trolls galore, and it's really like a community. It's like a family. You know, it's been crazy for 2020. It's just been hell. It's been crazy. We all know it's been terrible, but having all of you great people out there, it's been wonderful. So far, so good as far as the NFL being on track to actually have a season. And I tell you, I need me some football. I have been busting, as Philly 500 would say, busting that ass on getting ready for the season, because I want everything to be perfect here. I want to, when you guys come in on our live stream and game days, I want you guys to feel like you're here together. We're here watching the Cowboys together, hopefully winning and making it to the playoffs and doing something more. I just feel so good right now about this team, and the things that are coming along. I love my outdoor set that's out here. Oh man, it just feels so good. And getting E2 involved. E2 is going through a hard time. You know, I've been where he is right now. I've been divorced and had kids involved in it, you know, and that's not easy. And starting life over where you thought you had a plan. So, you know, I'm happy that he can be part of this, to work this together, and hopefully I can teach him a few things, he can teach me a few things, and we can make an even better show for you guys. But we were sitting there talking. Can you feel it? Can you feel a difference with this team? Some of the things you can kind of notice that are subtle. Jerry Jones is still talking, because Jerry Jones, you're never going to shut him up, okay? But Jerry Jones has gotten further away from that feeling like he is actually the coach on the field. Have you noticed that? Jerry Jones, he's there, you know, he's going to talk about this, that, and the other, but he's not really got his hands on the team like he did. Now, you see Stephen Jones out on the field and things, and you see him walking with Mike McCarthy and things, and you feel like Stephen Jones is running more of the operation. We'll have to wait. The jury's out on whether or not that's going to be better than Jerry Jones or not. Stephen Jones is definitely the man that's controlling the money and money that goes out, and you can see that. But the Cowboys have been able to do so much this offseason. If you think about where we started in the offseason, where they were saying you can't pay Dak Prescott because, you know, you won't be able to field a team. You got 26 free agents, and you're going to have to gut the team. Yeah, well, we lost a lot of guys. You know, Antoine Woods went to the Raiders. We had Jason Witten that went to the Raiders. You had Byron Jones go to Miami. You had Robert Quinn go to the Bears. You had Randall Cobb go to the Texans. You had players that were good players for you last year that are gone. But I got to tell you, it feels like we replaced everybody with somebody who should be as equally as good. I mean, you lose, you know, Randall Cobb, but we got a young stud that's cheap in CeeDee Lamb. Oh my God. You lose Robert Quinn, but you got Aldon Smith. You get back at Tyrone Crawford, right? You lose Antoine Woods, but you end up getting Dontari Poe, and you get Gillimore. You lose Byron Jones, but you know you draft a Diggs. It seems like for the long term, maybe you'll have a little bit of a downturn for the start of the season, But you look at it and say, well, you got Diggs that potentially could be Byron Jones better at a reasonable price for the next 4 years. That's a good thing. So you look at this and you say, the Cowboys, as Zeke said earlier today, this is the most talented team that he's ever been a part of. And it's hard to disagree with that. We talked about it during our live stream, and we kind of went by section, grouping by grouping. And for the most part, if you're not as good as you've been over the last 4 years, you're pretty damn close. The only area where you look at and say maybe we've taken a step back is maybe offensive line. But everywhere else on this team, you look and say, we got better receivers, we got better backups at positions, you got better defensive line, you got great linebackers. This team is loaded. And it feels like there's a whole different attitude with the players. They love Jason Garrett. Don't get me wrong. Dak Prescott will always be thankful to Jason Garrett. But it seems like Mike McCarthy and him are developing a good relationship. But not only that, you see that Mike McCarthy is putting guys in positions to do their job. And he is the overseer. He's the guy who's coming up with the mind and the game plan and stuff. And he's getting people that are capable of running it. You see Kellen Moore look excited. You could see, you could hear the gears grinding in his head as he's out there working with the team and stuff. It's just a beautiful thing to watch right now. Now, I can't guarantee that this team is going to go deep in the playoffs right now, but you feel like for the long term that this is a major step in the right direction in improving. It's not going to be easy because you have so many different players and so many different coaches and different philosophies with such a short, forgive me, it's been a long day, with such a short off season and short training camp. It's going to be hard to implement everything, but you've got to feel good about where we're headed. We'll find out in less than 2 weeks where we stand. And I can't believe that we are finally here after the last 6 months being holy hell. Whew. Yeah. I still have a lot of work to do to get ready. You guys have seen, we're scratching the surface of the capabilities and still figuring it all out. And I'm going to have it all figured out before next Thursday, that we can really have a great experience. Whew. Man. It's been hard, man. Hearing that John Thompson died today, we've lost so many great people this year. We've lost a lot of people in general. I can't get this thing out of my head from Shannon Sharp, where Shannon Sharp said, every day you are writing your obituary. And I can't help but think about Chadwick Boseman. That Chadwick, going through stage 3 cancer, the movies that he did while he was sick. This is not, he didn't let anybody know. He didn't look for a pity party. He kept working on his obituary every single day, knowing his own mortality. He ended up putting in the work that will make him live forever. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to leave my mark so I won't be forgotten. And I hope when that time comes and I'm no longer here, that people will look back and say, yeah, Mark will be missed. Live every day, y'all. like the day's your last. Because it just might be. I love all y'all. Be safe, and I'll see you in the morning.